I was thinking about how for a long time now, everybody here has been working on themselves, and I've been given biblical questions and assignments to do, and because those things will work if you do them. And so these assignments and things are put there to help you to remember to be present, to work on yourself, and they will work. And some people are doing them. We had our women's forum this past Thursday, and it was everybody and mama showed up first of all, and then it was a blessing. I'm sitting there watching these women and listening to them, and I'm like, wow, they're seeking, they're working on themselves. So stay with it. But I give these assignments and to remind you and encourage you to work on yourself. I think it's so crazy. It's like crazy, but yet not crazy. So I don't really mean crazy, God. I just mean crazy for conversation's sake. That there is a self that we have to work on. Because if you don't work on yourself, you can stay as you are and just be miserable through whole life. Just die miserable. Isn't that amazing? And or you can work on yourself and have perfect peace while you live, your whole life, no matter what happens. And so it's just weird to me, weird in a good weird, but a weird, that there's a self to work on. This past Thursday, we were conversating in the meeting, women's forum, and I think I asked them something like, isn't it like weird we have to work on ourselves? And then when you're working on yourself, you discover there is another self, and now you start talking about this other self to get there. That's so crazy to me, but yet not crazy. I don't know what God was up to, what was on his mind when he did it that way. But it's interesting that you can work on yourself to be free, or you can stay miserable in fear, loneliness, doubt, and all that. And so I give these assignments in order to encourage you, because what I'm telling you to do, I do myself. And they work. That's what's so crazy about it. It works. And then you get better, and your old mindset starts to disappear. Your mindset literally starts to change. When the Bible says, I will give you a new mind, I will renew your mind, it's crazy how true that is. And then as your mind is being renewed, there is no past. You don't think about a past. Because only you have a past is that you think that there is one. And there is no future. There is no, it's crazy. And so I want to encourage you all, you got to work on yourself. And the devil, evil, the evil inside of yourself and inside of other people do not want you to work on yourself. It doesn't want that to happen. Your own family member, your own parents, your own husband or wife, unless they're working on themselves, your friends, they don't want that to happen. And they will go against you. And it's not them, they just don't know what they're doing, but they'll work overtime. The people that are closest to you will be the ones that try to stop you from working on yourself. Really, they'll say those things, do those things, and if you're not aware, it makes you think that what they're saying is true, and it's not. So be aware of that. It's no wonder Christ came to divide the family. Fathers and sons, and mothers and daughters, and husbands and wives, because he knew or knows that if you're working on yourself to be right, the evil and the other person is not going to like it. And they'll work against you when you're not even realizing. You think it's a friend or a wife or a husband, and it's really an enemy. So be aware of that. The enemy is out to stop you. So I have one assignment that I've been given to you is to, I've said, whatever happens to the ego, let it happen. Let it happen. Don't fight against it. Don't be mad. Don't argue. Let whatever happened to the ego happen. And anybody been doing that? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Let me go here. Tell us, what has it been for you to do that? What is it like?
It's been really freeing just because, just a quick example that came to mind when you said that. I work detailing cars, and I was detailing a car, and it was like a rental car, and the customer called and said, "Oh, I left money in there," and I didn't find any money. And they asked me, "Hey, did you find money?" It was like hundreds of dollars, like $400, and I was like, "No." And
So you didn't see the $400?
no, I didn't see
How
it.
do you know $400 then?
Well, because they said the customer said. But, I think people were joking or maybe serious. People started saying, like, well, maybe he took it. They were saying stuff. And I didn't even, like, try to defend myself. I was just
Right
like,
on.
if you guys, whatever you think, I know I didn't see the money. I don't have the money. So if you guys want to talk or joke, or even if you think I really did it, that's fine with me, because I know that I didn't see the money. I don't have it. So whatever you guys think, that's on you. So, but I've been feeling free because of that.
And so was it hard living with knowing that they were thinking you took it?
Not anymore.
At first it was?
I mean, not like for that situation, but as I've been working on myself more and more, that it goes away, because now I really see that, like, who there's no one who's feeling that.
Yeah.
So even if it's just like a little glimpse of it, like, I don't even pay attention to it anymore.
Right on, man. That's a perfect example. Really, a
Thank
really
you.
good example of it.
Thank you.
Another example is when trouble comes or people start talking about you. I know someone going through a lot of trouble right now in their mind, and they freaking out. But beforehand they were like, "Oh, praise the Lord, I can now see, and I'm working on myself. I'm doing the silent prayer." And then they have a situation now that they're dealing with, and they are freaking out. I mean, lost weight and all kind of stuff. You look at them and they look like they're in tears almost. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Calm down. This is going to work out just fine. Don't worry. No, but this is different, Jesse. This is not the same. This is different. This is that and this is that. I'm like, no, it is the same. It's just a different situation, but you still deal with it with calmness. Do not overreact. Don't do anything. Don't overreact. Just do what's in front of you. And they couldn't hear that message. When I was saying it was going out. They're like, So, okay, suffer and die. But all situations are the same, no matter what it is. You're not supposed to overreact. Not overreact. And so you've been dealing with it without letting it, what happened to the ego happen? Go ahead.
I thought about an example for yesterday. I went to celebrate my birthday alone, and just sit and for a drink.
You celebrate alone?
Yeah, just for a drink under
Right on.
my hotel.
You should have called Hate. He celebrated his alone too.
Yeah, happy birthday. I mean, yeah, it was. I needed to return my drink because they messed it up, and they said, she said, yeah. She's like, the manager said, he said, no, we cannot do this, and I felt offended a little bit. So I felt my ego got hurt. And when I think about it, I kind of forgot about it, but eventually, yeah, I stayed with the pain a little bit, and
Right on.
just give me a beer and let me.
That's another good example is we should always watch what's happening in us, what's going through us. We should always watch the stabs that come, right? And so that was a stab.
Yeah.
And when it happens, you just watch it, and it'll just go through you. It won't be you.
And it's also related to the biblical question, how people treat you or how you treat others.
Right.
Because if you're in the state of being like you remember, then you don't react to it. You notice that you're offended, and it's not. You should not do anything about it.
Absolutely. Let them offend you as much as they want. That's fine. They call you the N-word, whatever name. It's good for you that is happening if you're watching yourself. Amazing. Nice, man.
Cool.
Amazing. Did you have your hand? Give me that example of letting whatever happens to the ego happen.
When I first started doing it, it was kind of difficult because I didn't understand what was happening, like when that pain would come.
Right.
And then the more I just did it and did it and did it, it's just kind of, I recognize it now when it happens. And just this past week, a couple of very close family members came by my house at night, like mid-silent prayer. I was like doing the prayer, my window was open, and I could hear their voice. They probably saw me too, and they were like, what's wrong with this kid, you know? Like, yeah, so they came in, and I stopped the prayer, like I was like probably like 40 minutes in or something. I jumped up, I went and got the door, and, you know, they came in, they're like, what's wrong with you, you know? You're weird, you're hurt, and like, they were like pleading with me to call my mother. They were like begging me. They're like, just call. I'm like, dude, if you guys are controlled by her, I'm not gonna do it.
Right on.
That's all I said. And before, you know, when they would use these tactics on me, I would break. I would give in, and, you know, I'd go back into the control.
Yeah.
But this time, and I never thought I would be able to do it, and it's not me, I guess, it's just, you know,
Right.
the light. I just stood tall and just said, no, I'm not gonna do it, no matter how much you plead.
Isn't that crazy? A group gonna come to tell you to talk to mama.
Yeah,
Like you talking to Jesus or something.
yeah.
That's crazy, huh? It look like if someone told me to make your brother talk to your mama, I'll be like, are you crazy? You don't want to talk to her, you don't want to talk to her. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm guessing like she's giving them hell right now, you know?
But still, the fact that she can make them do it, still even worse.
Yeah, and at the time, I didn't feel anything about it, and I was really surprised after. I was like, usually I would explain to them or try to like explain myself. No, I'm not weird. I'm just, you know, but nothing. I just said no. I'm not going to do it.
Right on.
And yeah, that was a shock for me actually.
Amazing. Nice.